All right. We are live following the conclusion of Game 7 of the World Series. The Blue Jays fall 5-4 to the Los Angeles Dodgers in extras. And to be honest, like as a sports fan, this is probably the most pain I've ever been in. This is, dude, this is awful. Jesse, what do you have for me?
I wish I could come up here and say something good to make Blue Jays fans feel better, even to be the optimist. But and to come this close, to have all the chances that the Blue Jays had in this game, to have this team to do everything they did all series, to have it end like this, where you're inches away, seconds away, so many times from being able to celebrate and to get it, just to have this happen at the end, to lose in the way that the Blue Jays did, is just it's heartbreaking. It's devastating. Honestly, dude, like I don't even think I have the right words here to describe what is happening here. And it's just, it's pain. It's awful. It really is. And
Just
yeah,
like,
and that's where I'm at.
it's just like it ended the wrong way. Like,
Yeah.
and that's the only way to say it. Like, the wrong team won.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously, like, so many chances for the Jays, and the big hit just never came through. It just never happened. And like that, the Bo Bichette homer is now like it's a footnote in this game, and what should have been like the happiest moment since George Springer in Game 7, or realistically Joe Carter. Like,
You're
and
right.
and instead, like, it means nothing. Like, and obviously it doesn't all mean nothing at this point. Like, I'm not ready. I'm not even ready to think big picture about this. Like, to be honest, like, dude, like all I feel is pain. Like, but
No.
if
And
I,
this,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, this episode was never going to be a big picture episode. This episode is either going to be you and me like sitting here being mopey for 30 minutes or screaming hell yeah for 30 minutes. And I would
Yeah,
have rather have had the the latter, sorry, than the former. But this is where we are. And it's awful. Like, Bo Bichette might have just played his last game as a Toronto Blue Jay. Like Chris Bassett, Max Scherzer, a whole bunch of these players that have been key points to the Toronto Blue Jays all year might not be able to do it anymore. Like, I think you hit it on the head when you said the storybook ending was supposed to be, but this ends in tragedy instead of what should have been the most positive moment these Blue Jays have ever had. And it's just, you know, I'm watching these celebrations right now on TV. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is in tears. Teoscar Hernandez is talking right now, and I want to be happy for Teo, but like I
oh,
can't be happy for
I am not
Teo.
happy
And
for
it's
Teo.
like, yeah, and it's just, this is not how this was supposed to go. Anyways, and you have the 3-0 lead early. You have 4-2 going into late. Trey Savage is coming on the mound. Like everything was lining up. You had the chances in the 10th. It's just you even had chances in the 11th there, and just nothing could happen. And it's just, I don't know what else you really could have done to have a different story here, right? Like it's tough. It's not easy, and I wish I could say something that would make everyone feel better here.
Yeah, I don't know how to have this conversation. It's never a conversation I've had before. I would not wish the feeling I'm feeling right now upon anybody. Like, I like they were the team of destiny. Like, that's what the Jays were, man. Like, how many times this year were they down and out, and like they would come back and win a baseball game, and like even when they blew the division lead, they kept it tight, and they won game 162 when they needed to, and then they
Mm-hmm.
beat the New York Yankees. Like, everybody's picked to win the East coming out into the season. They beat the New York Yankees. Dummy them on the Yankees all year. Like, got through Seattle in 7, absolute dogfight, and then like had every opportunity in the world to win this World Series, even in 6. Could have won it in 7. Should have won it in 7. Like, I don't want to do like the expected batting average stuff. But like, I'm gonna do it. Like, the Jays had a 339 expected batting average in
Yep.
this game. The Dodgers had a
Yep.
283.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely the wrong team won. Like, Will Smith's foot doesn't get down for another 0.5 seconds less, like they walk off the game in the ninth. Like Ernie Clement hits it 1 mile an hour harder, or hits it in Fenway Park or Wrigley Field, and the Blue Jays win the World Series. He hits a walk-off grand slam.
Or like when their outfielders collide with each other, they catch it no problem. But when ours do, there's bedlam. And like flashing back to the wild card series against Seattle, it's like all the things that felt like could have broke your way, that should have broke your way, things that the Blue Jays had been getting all year. It's just, the clock strike midnight and the Cinderella story was over, and here we are. And that sucks. I know it's not going to make you feel any better, but if you look at a nice win probability graph after,
that's going to make you feel worse, man.
Yeah, well, for our listeners at home, plug your ears then. But Jays had a 91% chance after Jeff Hoffman struck out Kike Hernandez earlier in there, right before the Miguel Rojas home run. And even after the Miguel Rojas home run, the Jays still had a more than 50% chance to win this game. It's just everything that was supposed to go our way didn't go our way. And it's just, I can't believe it's going to end like this. Especially with not just the team on the field, Owen, but like the fans and how everyone has felt, for all the people that have rallied together all throughout the country to get this far, to have it end like this on an Alejandro Kirk double play when literally just needed a sac fly. Like, it's just everything the Blue Jays have done is going to come down to nothing. And it's heartbreaking. And I know we have what'll be a short off season now, but it's 3.5 months until spring training and pitchers and catchers report. And there will be a different team between now and then. But it also, I don't know about you, man, but it really does feel like this was the Blue Jays' chance. The Dodgers have been here. They've done this a lot. Like, it'll feel hard, I think, for the Blue Jays to have to get back here and do this grind again. It really felt like this was supposed to be the year this was happen, and it didn't.
Yeah, they came one miracle short.
Yeah.
And I think that's the simplest way to put it. I don't know if it's the best way to put it. Like, there's so many times where they needed one swing. They were 4 strikes away, like, with their closer on the mound. And I really I want to look big picture at this season, and it was awesome. And like, there's going to be a banner rolled down on opening day next year.
Yeah.
It's going to say American League champs or ALCS champs or whatever the hell they want to put on it. And to be honest, it doesn't mean a thing, because I'm still hungry. I hope nobody took this for granted, because it was so much fun along the way. But I don't even know if it was worth the way I'm feeling right now. Dude, this is awful. And I can't wait 32 years for the next opportunity at this.
Yes. And yeah, I'm 32 years old, so I was technically alive in the 93 World Series, but not really. So my coming up as a Blue Jays fan was, I kind of really started following in 2004, and that was the year the Blue Jays were always just about a 500 team. The Yankees and Red Sox were winning the AL East forever, and all we wanted at that time was just play meaningful games in September. And then the mid-2010s rolled around, and hey, we got meaningful games in September, and then hey, we won the division in 2015. We got a taste of the playoffs. We went to the ALCS twice, and we thought that was really cool. And then we start to the Vlad and Bo era of Blue Jays baseball. We sneak in as a wild card team in 2020, get swept. We're back in 2021. We needed help from the Washington Nationals to get into the finals. And while they're celebrating Ryan Zimmerman, Rafael Devers hits a big home run, and the Blue Jays are on the outside looking in again. 22 and 23. The series in Minnesota, the heartbreak against Seattle. It felt like all of those demons, everything that we have gone through in the last 20 to 25 years of Blue Jays baseball, was supposed to come back and be solved and be fixed. Like, this was the season. It was supposed to make it all worth it. And Owen, I know you hear the old cliche that, well, at the end of the day, only one fan base is happy. 29 teams end up in heartbreak. I'm telling you, the Pittsburgh Pirates aren't having the same heartbreak that we are right now. Even the Seattle Mariners, who were devastated when we beat them in the championship series, aren't having the same heartbreak that we're having right now. Owen, I've watched teams lose Game 7 of the World Series before. I watched the Astros lose. I watched the Cleveland Guardians lose in 2016 in Game 7. I never thought it would be us. And the fact that that's happening and we're going through that pain, it's a hard one. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, you're You're handling it much better than I am. You're at least putting together coherent sentences here. Yeah, you talked about like all the things that we had to get through to get to this point, and like you didn't even mention like the Shohei's on a plane thing, and like obviously it's the last thing I want to talk about and relive. But like this series felt like, and like at so many times this series felt like this was retribution for that. Like we went through that so we could get to this point and so we could beat him in the World Series and make it all right. And you know what? Like an eye for an eye, or like, that's not even, I can't even think of like a way to say it, like a synonym. Or, oh my God, my words are gone.
Yeah.
I can't even think of like the right way to put it, but like going through all that we went through, and with the Dodgers, even like Roki Sasaki, like they should have walked the game off Roki Sasaki against Sasaki last night in Game 6 and won the World Series. Like that is how it should have gone.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, like real life isn't a storybook. I guess is what we learned. Like it's just not what we got. It's not the way it was supposed to work out. And like I don't know. Like, do the Jays come back stronger next year in 2026, 2027, like beyond?
It's
Like, to be
possible.
honest, it's very possible. But, like, I doubt it, man. Like, think about how many things had to break right this year.
Yeah, like you got Nathan Lucas playing out of his mind from a career minor leaguer. You've got Miles Straw going from a guy who couldn't crack Cleveland to being a contributing piece. Tyler Heineman had the best season from a backup catcher I'm pretty sure I've ever seen in my life. Come in here, right? And let's be honest too. Like
freaking Ernie Clement broke a playoff record for hits in a single postseason. He had 30 goddamn hits. Like,
and we needed 31. You know,
and dude, he got it too. Like Kike Hernandez was not catching that ball. Andy Paz bailed him out.
No, and that ball's 3 inches further. Ernie Clement's a World Series hero. Ernie Clement's probably your MVP, to be honest, too, with the amount of hits he just had in that postseason. Yeah. And it's like, we're that close where all of this happens, and it's, you know, that's what I was kind of alluded to earlier. Like the Dodgers have been here, they're supposed to be here, like. This was, I think, the Blue Jays' chance, right? With a lot of people leaving in free agency. It's not really talked about much, but the Blue Jays are going to have to redo a lot of their pitching staff going into next season. And we don't have to touch on that today, but it's going to be a busy work on the offseason to even get back into a playoff spot, dude, because, like, the Orioles are going to be better. The Red Sox are up and coming. The Yankees are going nowhere. Like, it's going to be another dogfight again for this team in this division. And I really would hate, Owen, 5 years from now, 7 years from now, to look back at this 2025 season and just leave with a sour taste in our mouths, the taste that we're feeling right now, because I kind of got the feeling that it's going to be that way.
Yeah, me too. It's the exact same feeling, like, and like to the like nth degree, like way worse than in 2021, but it's the exact same feeling where it's like this was the team, man. Like that 2021 team, and you mentioned it earlier, they needed a win from the Nationals against the Boston Red Sox, and they would have snuck into a wild card spot. They were the hottest team in baseball at the time. The offense was clicking. You had a Cy Young and Robbie Ray. That was the Vladimir Guerrero Jr. runner-up in MVP here.
Marcus Semien was still on that team, hitting a billion home runs.
And that's where I'm going next is Marcus Semien. Was the third place MVP in that season, and he walked in free agency, and Robbie Ray walked, and obviously you replaced Ray with Gausman, and that worked out because Gausman had a heck of a postseason, man. But like, and has had a heck of a Blue Jays career too, like all things considered. But like it's the same feeling where it's like that felt like the chance, and then it took us a long time to get back here. Like 4 years is a long time. Like that 22 team was solid, the 23 team. Obviously not many people's favorite, and then 24 was a slog for basically from start to finish.
Yeah.
And then that just made this year all that much better because like it felt like a team of destiny. It felt like everything came together at the right time. And it did, because you literally could not have come any closer to winning a World Series without winning it.
Right. And I don't, if they handed out trophies for second place, I think this Blue Jays team came the most second place out of all the teams in MLB history, but no one does that because that's ridiculous. And why would you do that? Like, Owen, can you name one Olympic silver medalist? I can't. Right?
No.
There probably is one. I probably could too. I'm being dramatic here.
Team USA in 2010.
Sure. There's a win. There's a win we can claim right now, I suppose.
That means nothing to me right now.
Yeah. 15 years later, I'm with you. Look, the lesson of the Blue Jays teams of years past, I remember that 2021 team, if the Blue Jays traded for bullpen help 2 weeks earlier, they win that division, they get into the playoffs, and they probably go on a run for the World Series, right? The Blue Jays have at least learned everything, every step in the way, which we thought was going to accumulate here today. Is there anything at all, Owen, you can learn from this loss the Blue Jays had today that you think they can carry forward, right? Because I'm struggling because they did everything right and they just didn't get the results. And baseball's just really stupid that way. But it's like I don't know what your lesson is for the Blue Jays carrying forward, because everything they did got them to literally inches away from winning the World Series. They've done so much more good than bad now. And other teams around baseball are going to see how the Blue Jays got to success. They're going to load up on defense. They're going to load up on this contact. They're going to do what the Blue Jays probably did, where you are selective, but you're aggressive. You swing harder at the pitches you can hit. And then the Blue Jays' advantage that got them to this point isn't going to be as much of an advantage anymore. So the Blue Jays are going to have to then find something else they can do. And that's going to take some time, man. And that's going to take some time.
To be honest, there's nothing like you did everything right. You got within inches. Like Will Smith's foot doesn't come down back on home plate, and you win the World Series. I don't want to keep doing this and just repeating myself, but Jeff Hoffman doesn't throw a cement mixer to Rojas, or even Bieber doesn't throw a cement mixer to Will Smith in the 11th. That Shane Bieber pitch was the worst pitch I've ever seen, and I don't want to. There's not one guy I want to skewer here and be mad at. I don't want to be mad at anybody, because, and this was the beauty about this team, is that it took every single guy you saw play to get to this point. Literally every single guy on the roster contributed positively at some point. Even freaking Leo Jimenez, man. Maybe you can talk about Richard Lovelady maybe didn't have that much of a positive impact, but
hey, pitched well in spring training, got the energy up in spring. You can give him credit for that, right?
I guess but that's the whole point, is everything came together. Everybody, not everybody, but everybody had career years. It was just perfect, man. They were living in harmony. In the wrong team.
Jonathan Clase hit a big,
in St. Louis.
I remember Jonathan Clase hit a big home run in St. Louis, right, to give the Blue Jays a win. It's everyone on this roster from I don't know, Will Robertson had 3 games, but I'm pretty sure he had a big hit in there somewhere too. To even the guys who got
I have no idea what the trade was, but
I don't remember either. But
if you couldn't play good enough to get traded,
Ali Sanchez came up here for a while as a backup catcher. He even pitched an inning for this team. Remember when Lazaro Estrada came up here, pitched 4 shutout innings in one of those games for a while that really helped the Blue Jays propel their winning streak.
Against the Angels, he was awesome.
I believe so, yes. Yeah, and it's just everything was happening well for this team. It should have been the team that has the happy ending here.
Instead, it's the least likable team of all time. It's the team that everybody calls the greatest team. They're and as much as I love Teo, and as amazing as Shohei Ohtani is to watch, and we're Canadian baseball fans. Freddie Freeman has been awesome for the sport of baseball in Canada, and I say all the time that Mookie Betts is one of my favorite players of all time. And their starting pitching staff, man, I'm assuming Yamamoto is going to win World Series MVP here.
I think he just did, yeah.
Yeah, so he's unreal, man. Probably one of the best pitching performance. He was blacked out I've ever seen. Blake Snell, this team is loaded, man, and mostly with likable guys. But when you put it all together, it just makes me feel hate that I've never felt before. I just despise them. And they won, and I don't know if that was good for baseball.
Right.
John Heyman would love to tweet right now, probably.
Right. Well, didn't Dave Roberts even say after they swept the Brewers that, if everyone thinks we're bad for baseball, let's go out, win 4 more and be really bad for baseball. They're bidding into this. Dude, we can get real deep into what this Dodgers World Series win means for the rest of baseball, especially when you look that there is a labor negotiation coming up at the end of next season too, which might affect things, which might have been a little different if maybe the Blue Jays were able to win this year. We can dive into that. I still probably have
because the Jays also have a top 5 payroll.
Right.
I don't think I don't like. Yeah, I don't think it's bad for baseball. I think teams spending is good for baseball. I think what the Dodgers are doing is good for baseball. But like,
Yeah.
it's just like I think the only people that wanted to see the Dodgers win, and maybe this is like I'm living in an echo chamber, but like I think the only people that wanted to see the Dodgers win are from LA. Like,
Yeah.
I think the Jays were America's team. Like, and
Mhm.
and in real life, and I know I said it already, but in real life, like sometimes it doesn't work out the way it should, or like you don't get the storybook ending, and that's what happened tonight. And frankly, it's heartbreaking for us. Like I'm so upset that I don't get to call my parents,
Yeah.
and like celebrate with my dad, like,
Yeah.
and like that's all I want to do is I wanted to call my dad and celebrate, and like genuinely wanted to go home and like party and like hug my friends and hug strangers and high five strangers, and like instead
Mhm.
I'm gonna go to bed like with tears in my eyes, like in a broken heart and still hungry. Yeah.
Like Owen, most of us get into baseball because the love that has been shown down from our parents, from generations. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we're young baseball fans. We've got this from somewhere. I don't know like your whole story and you don't know mine, but I'm sure a lot of it revolves around watching this team in some capacity, whether it's going to Blue Jays games. And I think that's true, man, for a lot of Blue Jays fans in general. They don't necessarily have to be young, but for Blue Jays fans everywhere,
Yeah.
this team has been part of the reason why you are who you are and why you love who you love. And it's for guys like you and me who are really into the thick of this things, it's almost like part of our identity in a way. And when something this soul crushing happens, it's like a part of you has died with it, for the lack of being dramatic here, but it really does feel that way. And it's, you know, again, like I I saw so many videos and pictures online of people going to get these World Series tickets who are bringing their mothers, who are bringing their sisters, who are bringing their brothers, they're bringing their grandparents. I saw people who parents had passed and they are bringing like urns of ashes to the Rogers Center so they can lay them on the Rogers Center because of how much love this baseball team has given to these people. It's it's not just for you and me, Hero, and for the people who are listening to this podcast and this live right now that this matters to. There are real people and real, I don't want to say stakes, but like a lot of things that are going on right now that this is going to hurt so much more. And that's the reality of this. And that's what really sucks.
Yeah, dude. Like, just like there's not many things in life that like you get to love unconditionally. Like you get family,
Yeah.
and like, and for me, like you get family in sports teams, like, and in the game of baseball, like it just there's not like many things in life that are permanent, and you can argue whether a sports team is permanent or not, but like for the sake of this conversation, like the Jays have like been there for me my entire life, man. Like something is not going well, like, or not that like it's not even supposed to be that dramatic, but like it's just like they're
Right.
always there. Like it's like a constant. It's like a comfort thing, and like whether they're winning or not, like I'm watching the Jays game and I love the Jays and I like enjoy the players, and like all I want is to see them win the last game of the season, and I've never been this close. Like I'm 21 years old and I've experienced mostly heartbreak,
Mm-hmm.
and one more time tonight, I guess. And it's just like when you put so much love and time and energy and like whatnot into a team and a task. It could be anything. It doesn't even have to be sports. Like if you really love basket weaving and like
Right.
you lost at basket weaving and the last weave, like I don't know. Yes. I don't know. I feel like this is probably my worst performance on a live stream of all time.
But you know, I
There's
was
just
going to
no
say,
way
you know
to,
what?
yeah. What do you got?
Yeah, we will get, we will look back at this one day. If there's any saving grace that we can take from this, is we will look back at this one day and we'll be like, hey, Jesse, remember the time we cried on a podcast for 30 minutes? We will look back at this. We will have a laugh. But that day in the future does feel so far away than it is right now. And going back to your point you made earlier there, like baseball is kind of the background noise of your life, right? Like life goes on, there are still things happening, but you know that every night you can turn in at 7:07 p.m. You can listen to Dan and Buck, and you can watch Vladimir Guerrero Jr. swing out of his shoes. That is a constant that you always have, and it just felt like everything could come together. Your noise you have that gets you through the day, through the life, could end in that glory, and to have it to be so close and just have it ripped from you, it feels worse than any heartbreak I think you could ever feel. And it's going to take a lot of people in this city a long time to come down from this.
Yeah. I'm like about ready to get off this if you are. Like,
I do want to make just a few notes about the game itself. We should probably touch on really quick, because there were a lot that happens here. I'll let you start if there's something you have there.
The biggest thing for me, like, I don't even want to do regrets. Like, I think being 4 strikes away, 2 outs away, and then just like Hoffman throwing a cement mixer, and then like all the defensive changes really burned you in extra innings. Like having Miles Straub take one of the biggest at-bats of the season, and IKF taking one of the biggest at-bats of the season right after Vladdy. Like, if Bo Bichette comes up there, like, there's no way the Jays don't win the World Series, right? Like, you know what I mean?
I agree with you. It's shades of Game 3, too, when that game goes 18 innings, and your Vladdy's up, and then the only guy in the lineup that can hit a home run is Vlad and maybe Varsho, and that's it. Like, it's tough. Talk to me, though, about, like, Bo's home run, because that was such a huge moment for Bo Bichette. I didn't think he had the legs in him to hit one, and then not only did he hit one, I think it was his 10th hardest hit ball he's had all season. Dude,
it was like 440.
That was supposed to be the moment. So I felt so good for Bo to finally have that moment, right? Especially with what happened last year for him, and then what happened to going this year. All the photos that came around too of the team and whatnot, I really felt like that was going to happen. Did you have a thought on that?
No, so I was in a bar for like the first half of this game, and I was with 2 of my closest friends, and like just the energy I felt, like it was one of those team of destiny moments again, right? Like it was amazing. Like there's no other way to put it. And if that's like I go back and forth on if I want to pay Bo Bichette, because like, and I think at this point you have to that's a conversation.
We'll touch on that
a different day.
Yeah, throughout the
offseason. I don't even know. That's not even tonight. But like, if that's like the lasting memory of Bo Bichette in a Blue Jays uniform, like, damn, did he go out the way he should have? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I agree. It's very good. A few more key notes. I just wanted to touch on the Andres Jimenez hit by pitch that caused the benches to clear there. I've never seen Andres Jimenez get mad in my life, and to see him talk back to the pitcher there and have him talk back to him, that was wild. And then I also wanted to touch on Varsho's diving catch in center field there, because if that gets by him, that's a triple. That's a ton of runs. I thought that was, again, going to your point, like team of destiny. Like that had like, I think, an 80% hit probability or XBA of like 800. Varsho snags that or whatever. And then like I wanted to talk about like Louis Varland, who came in and has now set a record for the most appearances in a postseason. And those were the 3 key notes that I had really had there. Do you have a thought on any of those before we get out?
Well, they were like awesome. Like I guess maybe it's my fault that the Jays lost this game, because I left the bar and they lost. So, but like it was just all awesome. Like the Varsho catch, especially, like felt like a moment, and like even the Vladdy diving play, like it felt like
2 of them.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like I don't want to say it felt like the Dodgers were on our tail. Like it didn't feel like that. Like it should have felt like the Dodgers were coming. And I think that's part of why this hurts so much, is because it should have felt like the Dodgers were all over the Jays. They were like white on rice. Like they were coming, and they were coming hard. Like they got the runs off Bassett. They were chipping away. You know what I mean? Like in a game, even when you're winning, like that's not a good feeling, because you can tell the other team's got the momentum. They kind of got their swagger back, even if they haven't quite broken through yet. But the Jays were going like punch for punch. They were making all those plays, and I was like, holy smokes, man. Like this is like team of destiny stuff we're watching here. Like it was going the way it should have gone. And like I think that's I think really like leading into this pain.
A few things, though. I think that if we're going to look to the positive here, the Blue Jays proved we belong, right? There's no doubt in anybody's mind. We proved we belong to be here. We absolutely know that like this is where we should be. A few things too with the Blue Jays being the American League representative in the World Series. That means John Schneider is going to manage the All-Star game next year. So there's that. It's hard to look for that too. But everybody, like, this will help the Blue Jays in their offseason pursuit of trying to acquire free agents. If we're looking at a positive as well. I remember last offseason with the whole Soto thing, and there were some teams that didn't think the Blue Jays were going to win because you didn't have Vlad or Bo signed, and they weren't just trusting the word of Mark Shapiro and Ross Atkins. Now I think at least if the Blue Jays do go after some intense free agents this winter, they proof in the pudding now that they are a good team. They are people of their word that they can go out and they can do something. So at least there's that if we're grasping at straws here about what this might mean going forward.
No, I agree 100%. I think it's like having the world get to see the Blue Jays and like how awesome Rogers Center is, and like having our players on the biggest stage and basically like show the world how awesome it is to be a Blue Jay and how awesome being a Blue Jay is when the team is good and the Rogers Center is rocking. I think like this season, the only thing that wasn't positive about the season was the last game. Like that's the only thing that is not going to help this team going forward. And like losing a game, and it's baseball. Like that's the thing with baseball. Like it's in a 1-game sample size. Like it literally means nothing. Honestly, even a 7-game sample size, like the better team doesn't even win every time. Yeah. Like the better team wins most of the time, but not every time, and not like 90% of the time. Like I bet you it's less than that, and like there's no way to quantify that in any way. But like a 7-game sample size is just not enough. Like if you play the Dodgers over 162, like I bet you they do a lot better than a 4-3 pace. Like, you know what I mean? And we get back to a 1-game, a Game 7 winner take all game. It's not the way baseball is meant to be played. Like baseball is meant to be played over 162. It's meant to be played every night, and that's how you determine the best team. And the Jays were the best team in the AL East and the best team in the American League over that time. And they ended up where they were supposed to. And honestly, like it's just a shame that like they couldn't have been the best team tonight.
And look, Owen, no one can take that from us either. Like we're going to raise that banner come late March next year. Like that's going to be there. That flag is going to fly forever. It's not the flag that we wanted, of course, right? But this is just another piece in the story, another lore, if you will, for the Blue Jay story franchise to come this close, to get this far. And eventually, Owen, I know it's going to be hard to believe, but we're going to get there. We will get there one day, and it's going to make it all worth it. I just really hope it doesn't take another 32 years for that to happen, right? And I think that's what we're all worried about.
That's what I'm worried about the most. Like, you just never know. Like, I barely know where I'm going to be tomorrow afternoon, or like, like, you know what I mean? Like, where am I going to be 32 years from now? Like, all I want to do is like celebrate a World Series championship with like the people that made me fall in love with the Jays, and like I go back to my dad and my parents, and like being like I'm gonna cry, man. Like genuinely, like being this close to getting to celebrate that with like the people that I love and that have like helped me love baseball, and like the fact that we're robbed of that tonight is just like genuinely heartbreaking, and that's what hurts the most for me. Like as much as I would have loved to see it for Ernie and Vlad and Bo and whoever, like the whole team, Trey Savage and Max Scherzer and like John Schneider, like it hurts just on a like such a personal level. Like it's such a core part of who I am, is like being a Jays fan, the baseball fan, and like it just hurts, man.
If I can make one last point before we get out of here too, it's just one day we will look back at this team with positive moments. The George Springer home run in Game 7 is going to live in infamy. We will still have those pictures of Bo Bichette hitting the home run in Game 7 of the World Series here. We'll always have that photo of Vlad hitting that home run in Ohtani again in Game 4. The Barger pinch hit grand slam in Game 1 is something we're always going to have. We'll know that record of Ernie Clement not only having all those hits, but also having a 13-game hit streak. We, as Blue Jays fans, will know that record off the back of our hand for as long as we have. And when the Blue Jays in 2037 make the World Series again, it's going to be this team. Davis Schneider is going to come out and throw a first pitch in that World Series, right? Like, Andres Jimenez is going to do that. Like even how Joey Loperfido or even Alan Roden, for God's sake, might come out and do something like that. So we're always going to have that memory of this team. It doesn't feel like it today, but one day it absolutely will. And we will look back on this season and we will have nothing but smiles about it.
Yeah, man. It's well put. It's very well put. All right. I'm ready to get out of here. I'm still gonna call my dad and we're gonna talk it out.
Yeah, as you should.
Not gonna be the conversation I was hoping to have, or I thought I was gonna have. Like, I don't know. The last thing I'm gonna say, and it's counterintuitive, I guess, but it's my live stream right now. So what are you gonna do about it?
Exactly.
The whole time, I thought the Jays were gonna win, and I texted my dad. I was like, I promise you, they're gonna score here and win the game. I told him I promised him, and the fact that it didn't happen it's just not fair. It's wrong, and genuinely, I don't know if I'll ever fully admit to myself that the Dodgers were the rightful World Series champions in 2025, and yeah, that's all I got. If you have anything else, we can get out of here or talk it through.
Oh, and I'm tired. Let's go home. I do want to give a shout out to Mac, who chose the right 2 games to not be on the podcast for, but I'm sure he's got a lot to say here as well. And maybe the 3 of us can get together. We can chat about that too. But for today, I think I want to be with my sorrows. I want to feel these feelings that I'm feeling, and I want to try to become a better man, person, partner, all because of that. So that is my plan. Oh, and then, have fun.
Right,
go Jays. And 2026 is our year, I guess.
Let's go Blue Jays.
All right, I'm looking forward to potentially a live stream or podcast format conversation with you. And I do want to shout out Mac because he was a great co-host throughout the entirety of this playoff run until the wheels fell off in Game 6 and 7 of the World Series. So, it's just big thank you to him. He's been awesome, and you've been awesome these last 2 nights as well. So I'm looking forward to more conversations like this. I think we're having, well, not any fun tonight, but I think we could have a lot of fun doing this in the near future. So thank you to everybody that's tuned in and enjoyed. Maybe didn't enjoy it as much tonight, but watched our live streams, our reaction live streams throughout the postseason. J Center is a very new site, and we've had a lot of fun covering the team this year, and we're looking forward to doing even bigger and better things in 2026 and beyond. So just super thankful right now, and I hope everybody's able to get some sleep and move on, and I hope everybody still loves this team as much as we do. And with that, I'm ready to sign off, say go Jays one last time for 2025, and let's do it. That's it.
Couldn't have said it better myself, my guy. We will be back. We will feeling the optimism when pitchers and catchers report in mid-February again, right?
Yep.
But for right now, let's get into the offseason and let's just see what happens next.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Peace.